Everyone, it's Kayvon with Ascari Art. I wanted to do another swatch video with the brand new Tim Holtz 2020 color lineup, and we're going to do the pinks now. We've got Rosewood, Fiesta, and Gumball. Let's get started. So we're going to start with the first one, which is Gumball. And I'm using this little Giotto rocket right here. This is what allows me to move the air without having to basically without having to use a blow dryer. It's a little bit more control, and I'm on a smaller surface area, so that just helps. And with this, I'm using denatured alcohol because that's just how I do my swatches. And we may just speed this up just so I can, unless you enjoy watching me do this. Wow, this is a very, very hot pink. This one's called Gumball. But it's wet right now, so you can't really tell the true nature when it's wet. You gotta wait for it to dry, because I can see where when it's drying it's actually darkening up a bit, and that's good. Okay, so we're gonna let this, what I typically like to do after I push this around a bit is when I like to try to break it up with some more alcohol ink. So I'm going to grab a little bit more and drop a couple drops on the edge to see what it does, if it shows any other color variation. See how it looks when it's thinned down. Couple more drops right over here to push it out. We're not doing anything cool to make, we're not doing any like art per se. I'm just moving this around. I want a thick area, thin area. I want to see what it does when it lifts or tries to lift. So we're going to let this dry. I'll move it just a little bit more. I'm going to let this dry a little bit more. Let me actually add a couple more drops here, because I'm kind of curious. I'm seeing some weird color variation of purple, and I'm not sure if that's actually the color or the color when it's wet, or it's actually the color that it releases when it's being thinned down. So we're going to leave this and let it dry. Next color we're going to do is Rosewood. So all I like to do is I'll just use a little bit of alcohol here. Just spread it out and drop a couple in here. Drop a couple drops. Wow, this is very dark. It looks, it's almost, it doesn't look pink at all. I mean, I know I call these pinks, but I mean 2 out of the 3 are pink. This one's almost a burgundy or a rust color. I'm going to add a couple more drops because I thinned it down too much, I think. Well, we'll see. I want to see the true nature of it, so I'm going to thin it down, bring it back, thin it down. So leave me a comment if you don't like me doing this and you want me to speed it up. Let me know, and I can speed this section up so you can kind of see. If you just want to see the result, you can. I don't know. I need comments. I need feedback because I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. When it comes to like the video, as in the video, if this is taking too long and you just want to skip through it anyway, go ahead. But if you think that, if you feel like this is a waste of time watching me move this ink around, let me know as well, and I can speed these parts up so you can get to the commentary of the actual, you know, where I start talking about the colors. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more color here. Now it's starting to look purple, pinkish purple, magenta. It's really interesting. When it's wet, it looks dark brown. but when it dries, it's got this like magenta in it. I can see the magenta coming through. And I don't know if you can catch that on camera, if I'm catching this on camera. But this is a really interesting color. I've never seen a color that does this, where it's a deep red, and then when you're thinning it down, I start seeing magenta in it. Yeah, when it's drying, it's starting to look very, very purple, magenta. I'm going to drop a couple more droplets right here of alcohol ink because I want to see as it's moving this through. Now this one is leaving a little bit of pigment chunks, and it may be because of the alcohol, because of the amount of drops I've put. It's probably too much pigment for the amount of alcohol, and it's already dry. So typically when I'm doing paintings, I can go back and thin that, use a brush and like move it around and make some cool stuff out of it. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry just like this because I'm kind of curious to know what happens. So I'll let this dry. So let's move to the next. The next color, final, last but not least, is Fiesta. So again, we're going to do some drops of alcohol, denatured alcohol. And let's drop some of these drops in there. Fiesta looks very much like Gumball, but it's just hotter. It's like a hot pink. Oh, look at that. So it's drying and it's instantly turning to this like purple, pinkish purple. Oh, wow. I'm so excited about this color. This color could be really nice with pitch black. Oh, wow. I'm liking this color a lot. This could be this can make some really nice paintings. And I'm going to thin it down too, just to see what it can do. Again, I'm just moving it around. Letting it dry a little bit. Moving it around. Letting it dry a bit. Moving it around. Waiting for it to dry, moving it around. I'm trying to see, like, as you may have noticed in my other videos of the same color swatch, different color swatches that I do, I want to break this color down. This is a test, right? So this is just a test for my own swatches, for swatches to download. Again, if you need any of these swatches, you can download them for free on my website. It's just ascariart.com/blog. So now we're going to break this color down right in this corner and watch how fast it's just moving through. I want to thin it down here so I can see what it does when it's very thin, and then it gets thicker as we push this back out. So this is leaving some chunks, I guess I like to call it. They're like little pigment areas that, and it could be because of the denatured. It could be because there's probably too much pigment in the amount of alcohol that I'm using here, and that's possible. So what I typically do is I'll move it around to where this is so bright. This color is so bright. I'm not sure if the camera's really picking up how bright this pink is. Oh my gosh, even dry, it looks great. Okay, so I'm moving this around. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry, and then we'll come back and I'll show you all the different colors. Okay, so we're back. The colors are dry now. So let's go through the color swatches right now. First one is Gumball. Here's Gumball.
I don't know if you can catch it. So these swatches, again, will be on my website. They're going to be scanned. They're going to be color corrected, and I'll have them on my website, free to download. It'll be with this video, at the bottom of this video in my blog. So watch for that post. Here's Rosewood. I'm not really sure about this color. It looks almost, I'm trying to show it to two cameras. It almost looks, I don't know, like wine, dried up wine. That's not a bad thing, but I'm just not sure about it. I'm sure it could be really pretty on some of the stuff. Now, my favorite color out of all of these is Fiesta. Fiesta is bright. I mean, you can see the difference just by looking at this versus the Gumball. I mean, it is bright. Here it is. It is just luminescent, super high concentration of color. Like, I'm just holding this up and you can see that it's just amazing. So again, I'll have these swatches on my website, and I have 2 more color sets left out of the 2020 Tim Holtz color lineup. The green ones are left, and then the red ones, or they're mostly orange. So let me know which ones you want me to do next, and I'm all for it. Let me know. I'll probably do another video tomorrow. Stay tuned. Take care. Stay well. Take care. Bye.